So if you want to have like $1 billion, you got to hold $1 billion idea in your head. If you want to hold $1 million, then you got to hold $1 million idea in your head, right? Once you hold the idea, though, it'll cross paths with other people that have the same idea, whether or not they control the physical asset. You know what I'm saying? So both in like your regular life, a lot of the people you cross paths with in the store and all that, all y'all share the same ideas. You know what I'm saying? And if you get out your ego, you realize you're not so important that like you're the only one who has it. But on the converse or the flip of that, there's certain ideas that most people aren't having at all. The billionaire ideas, the millionaire ideas, the trillionaire, the quadrillionaire, the quintillionaire, it keeps going up, right? So like, and some people would just stop. Because if you tell some people who are poor you can make $1 million in an hour, they'll be like, no, there's no way you can do that. But if you train really hard for 6 months, oh, I got to do something. Yeah, no, you got to train your mind, and then once you train for 6 months, you can make $1 million in the stock market quite easily. I think it's easier to do than the video games that we have. Like the cognitive process of making $1 million is a lot easier to do than playing some of the online games. But you might not see it like that because you don't really flow high. Like when you get to trillionaire, quintillionaire, you're not really talking about like survival. Definitely, you're not talking about stuff anymore. You're talking about the hierarchy of ideas, and really just the organization of the hierarchy of idea, and then how you deal with some of the lower. So like between billionaire and trillionaire, you got to get over death. There's people who really hold on to the fear of death in this quote unquote money game, and the fear of everybody else. So they get lost. So like you get a lot of money, you play the money game and the whole thing, and you realize there's nothing else for you to buy, and then you try to save everybody because the system's fucked up. But the only reason the system's fucked up is because people aren't playing the game. That's the only reason why the system's fucked up. If everybody were to be a player, then the system would work, and that's what the real game is. We all went to sleep, and now we all got to wake up, right? So, all that to say, whatever idea you want, just put it in your head and hold it. But then understand this. So I come from like the black, right? I come from the side where initially, because there's some people who be black and rich, have assets, right? Like you're born in assets, right? But I'm born into the black for real. Like we wrote the script when we ain't really have nothing really, but in our minds we always have everything, so everything always come. And I talk to my brother, I talk to my mom about this a lot. It's like we're rich because we know how to attract the idea in our head, and then it comes. And so that's the only thing it can be rich, because then it works. You could say being rich is something else, but I know the knowledge and the mechanics of how to hold an idea in your mind have to be the asset. They have to be. And that's where you go above trillionaire, because then it's not even about some of the moralistic things that people think. And it sounds fucked up, but all of it, all the bad stuff, it's not about that. Because you can fix it. And most of the time you do. Most of the time the bad stuff isn't happening in your individual life constantly. It's anecdotal, and it adds up into this thing that we have in like hell in our mind because we're scared of shit. And again, if you want to go from billionaire to trillionaire, you can't be scared of anything, even if stuff can take you out. It's not like the lion can take you out. It's not that the security guard, you know what I'm saying? It's not like the assassin can't get you because you have a lot of money. And if you go to certain spots, maybe you hire a security guard because the image of the place that you're operating in. But that's the only reason why. It's not because you can't get taken out. You can still get taken out. I can get taken out any which way. You know what I'm saying? And at the higher level, the only way you get taken out is through fear, right? What's interesting to me, actually, is people who call themselves white who come into this environment and do very well. It's a beautiful thing. It sounds fucked up, but it's a beautiful thing. Even some of the fucked up ways that they do it. Because unless someone's forcing you to do something, right? Most of the time you chose this, and you continue to choose it by blaming other people. And that's one of the highest levels of understanding. You constantly choose the circumstances you're in by not rebelling against them. You constantly choose the circumstances that you're in by not adjusting them, by not taking credit for how they operate. And when you talk about mechanics, the principles of like psychology, psychiatry, however you want to paint it, in whatever culture you want to paint it in, it's all the same thing. Central control is here in the heart, and then frequency, energy, all of that, and that puts you back into the billionaire ideas. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to have a lot of money, just hold the amount of money in your mind, And as soon as you hold that amount, trust me, I guarantee you this is how it works, right? You're going to say, I need $10,000. And then you're going to say, but. Who cares what that nigga just said? But just hold, not even how, just $10,000 in your mind. Just hold it. Just hold it. Right? And then what you're going to start to realizing is the things that are distracting you are actually trying to connect. You dumb fuck. So you hold $10,000 and it's like, oh, now my auntie who she's part of that $10,000. In your mind, see how the next stimulus can be used for the positive, always. Because that's what it means to be present in the mind. So many people get distracted in the mind in the same way they get distracted in the physical. They be getting distracted and it's like, no, I'm here in the mind and I'm holding my position. Anything who comes to me can be used. Let's try to make it simple though. If I can't use it, I go on to the next idea, but you hold your central thought. Andrew Carnegie told y'all this. He said the reason why niggas can't get rich is because most people can't hold in an idea or a thought in their mind for over 5 minutes. What if the whole purpose and thinking and the whole thing, like, what if it was like cooking? What if it was a chemical process which required a binding agent, which you call time? What if that was the whole point? Yeah, billionaire ideas versus trillionaire ideas versus I don't need your money anymore. Yeah, yeah, so I'm a billionaire. Yeah, I'm a trillionaire. Because it all becomes now, what do you need to do? You have a project that's worth $1 trillion. I could do it because I could hold it in my mind. So I'm worth $1 trillion. You know what I'm saying? And then for the flex, for real, because people are always saying, what's the solution? Read your contract and secure your beneficial interest. You're giving it away. You're a peasant. Red and yellow, black and white, all are peasants in my sight. I'm the emperor. My name is Cusco, and I got the groove. Hey, hey.